What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks for supporting. But this video, though, this video is entitled Black Men and Our Unsolicited Opinions. Ode to Simone Sanders' mindset, not to her personally. But I'm not surprised that somebody would say something like this publicly. You know, let me rewind y'all not too long ago when an article was written saying black men need to just get in line and vote Democratic because the women say so, basically. You see, I talked about this before. Black men are not a protected group in America, okay? But we're really the backbone of all of these movements that all these other groups are having, right? But our opinions are unsolicited. You know, this harkens back to, what do you see when you look at media representation? The only black men that are in the media are normally effeminate because they don't want, because black men's opinions are unsolicited. Nobody wants to know what we're thinking and what we have to say because, you know, we got used up, right? You know, how dare we have an opinion and a thought? And obviously we don't know what we're talking about. Even, you know, no, even a person like Uncle Luke, you know, who shouldn't probably have an opinion. His opinion is unsolicited, though it's in a major publication, so technically that's, somebody wanted him to put it there. But he's a black man, so what he has to say means nothing. You know, everybody else needs a voice. It needs to be seen. It needs to be heard, except for us. But like I said before, not surprising of a mindset, you know. But what is surprising is this. You got that comfortable to say it publicly. And it's the problem. That's really not a problem. People have been very comfortable in the last 10 years putting their idiotic mindset out publicly for the world to see. And, you know, you're right. How, you know, who are we to speak what we think to be true? Oh my God. You know, this is part of the idea that, you know, how is there a black community if the men's opinions are unsolicited? Like, you know, nobody told you could speak, right? See, people, you know, people in our community don't think we have freedom of speech. Ain't that a trip? Because we might say something that actually makes sense. I shouldn't have said that. That was unsolicited. Because what you see is this mindset that, you know, that people don't really grasp that we've strayed too far as a group, letting the inmates run the asylum. And now pretty much the community is sick of it. And you have a loud minority making a fool of themselves on television and in the media and over the internet because, you know, that fits the narrative of what they think what we represent. Let's just put it like that. And then when people say, nah, that's not, we're not feeling that. How could you? And here's the problem with this. What's happening now is people having a hard time debunking these people's talking points. See, didn't nobody ask you what you had to say, but when I heard what you had to say, I couldn't say you were lying, so I just want you to not speak. And thus the problem that is about to come to an end. Some of y'all held the mic for too long. Nobody wants to hear what you got to say because you're crazy. But this is their mindset. Because she didn't think what she did was crazy. And people, if you look online, if you look on television, if you look in print, you'll see this, idiotic arrogance over and over and over and over again, to the point where these people don't even see how left field they are, because this is their norm. Because people have been letting them get away with thinking that their behaviors are actually normal. Like, there's going to come a point 5, 10, 20 years where people are going to look back and say, wow, we was out of our mind. Yeah, you were. You are. So, but it's our opinions that's unsolicited. And let me just put this out there. It's not just what we going to say, it's what we about to do. Like, you really think that, we don't really have to do anything to embarrass people like her, because she does a good enough job embarrassing herself, getting on national TV, getting in screaming matches and arguments. I mean, you just fit in the narrative so well. We ain't got to do nothing. This is why you're like, yeah. In this ideology that the guys aren't smart, but the women know what they're doing. How's that playing out in public? I mean, really. How many geniuses are you seeing right now? How many objective opinions are you seeing right now? How much actual intelligence are you seeing right now? How much have you been seeing for the last 10, 15 years? I mean, think about it. But everything is about our unsolicited opinion, because, let's be frank, we're not supposed to have an opinion. So, how do Black Lives matter if black men don't matter? Oh, I know why. We're supposed to be dead so you can benefit off of us politically, and we're not supposed to have an opinion. Because, see, I tied that into to say this, and I talked about this a while back. My aunt read Black Lives Matter's mission statement, and my aunt was turned off by it, because she was like, wait a minute, this says nothing about black men, and I got a son. They don't even care about, like, exactly. But the men don't matter. Our opinions don't matter. You want our vote. You want our money. You want us to build a community, but we don't matter. Everything that we think is unsolicited. So if you can get a fade, go solicit. You can solicit a fade because you don't know how to take care of yourself. You can, and here's the problem: when you those type of people want to, technically, not using her per se, but see, men and black men are toxic. We're toxic masculinity while you're emulating men and still trying to be a woman at the same time. And this goes for the effeminate guys also. See, our opinion doesn't matter, but, we're the foundation of all the things discriminatory in this nation that you're trying to benefit off and say is you. Because we're part of the black community, but we're not part of your political agenda. But without us, you wouldn't have a political agenda, because the things that happen to us don't happen to you. But our opinion is when you tell us to. And some of you fools actually think you're going to tell these grown men who got their lives on the line what to do. Okay. I mean, if that's what you believe. Stupid, but that's what you believe, you know. And you're starting to hear more and more guys talk, more and more men speak, and it's not words that you like hearing, because it doesn't fall in line with you benefiting off of something that you didn't work for or earn. Oh yeah, that's the problem. You wanted something for nothing, and the men's silence can get you something for nothing, because we're your savior and your scapegoat at the same time. That's coming to an end, just like these government programs. So we out on this one. Peace.